Alright, I'm getting ready to go down to the hive down at the community garden. See, I've got my sugar almost made up. See, I got this bottle filled with about halfway with sugar, and there's a little bit of honey in there. I'll fill the rest up with warm water and mix it up, and that should all dissolve and make a pretty good sugar solution for the bees. I'm also going to be putting in some frames with full foundations on them down between the bars where the bees have got brood. This is to provide the bees extra room to build comb and make it so that the queen has room to lay in nice clean cells. I like to do this to kind of help circulate the combs over the years, so it doesn't get so no one comb gets too old. But yeah, see, I just got this. It's a wired wax frame. I'll show you how I've been making these later. But I'm gonna head down right after I put water in this. I stopped off at the Westminster Hive real quick just to see how they're doing on this food situation. Looks like they are getting it out of here, but they're also trying to get it up out of this way. So I think what I'm going to do is I brought with me some paper towels. You can see here. I think what I'm going to do is just add a ladder on here like I did with that other hive. So that seems to work pretty good. So why not use what works, right? Huh. The sugar feels warm. I guess because it's sitting up on top of the brood nest there. Let's just bring this over here. Let that wick out onto where these bees are. Hopefully too many of them don't drown. Alright, that ought to give them some food. I'm going to go ahead and cover it back with the towel, just so other bees can't get in there. Hopefully the towel, that'll work. There, maybe that'll make it easier for them to get the sugar. I want to give them lots of sugar so they're able to build a new comb. You can see here, look at that piece of wax I put in. They've already got it drawn out with the fresh new wax. I don't know how you can see it. It's kind of got a lot of glare off the window, but yeah. Queen's already probably laying eggs in that. They're getting stronger every day. That's good. Alright. I'm going to head down to the other hive now. Alright, I'm at the garden hive. You can see most of the bees are dark, but there are still a few of the lighter colored ones coming in. I got my sugar, a couple of frames with the wax foundation, and I didn't show you this earlier, but there's a 1 gallon in-hive feeder that takes the place of one of the frames. I can put a gallon of sugar in here. You can see these. There's some ladders that the bees can climb down to get the sugar. These work pretty good for these lengthsworth hives. So I've taken the rock off. Let's see how they've been doing. It's been over a week since I last looked at them, so that'll be interesting. Alright, here's some bees up in the top box here. Looks like I need to give them some sugar so they don't want to sting me. Yeah, they're definitely growing in strength. So I'm going to give them a little bit of sugar to calm them down. And then I'm going to take this top box off and set it down somewhere, and we can get into where the brood chamber is. Alright, I've taken the top box off. You see, I give them a little bit of sugar water, just so they know I'm here, not to hurt them. See, there's not very much room in this bottom box, so I'm probably going to be removing some of these frames. If anything, just so I can work them easier. So I'm going to pull out some frames. Let's see in a bit. Alright, so I'm into the brood nest. You can see they've got quite a few bees hatching out, including, there's a drone right there. It's actually the first drone I've seen all season. You can see there's some drone brood in little patches. I think I saw some on the other side too. Yeah, there's some right there along that line. Looks like one of them hatched out right there. That's perfectly acceptable. And I'm going to be bringing some queens in, so it's good to have some drones hatching out. As long as I don't have too many of them. Just put that back. I'm going to go ahead and put one of these, see, there's nothing wrong with these frames, but I kind of like putting in brand new wax. It's good to get them some room to build comb. So they'll be running out of room here pretty quick. Just put that in there. Probably put another one in over here somewhere. I'll continue doing that. My camera's getting sticky. Here's the frame that I took the brood from to make the queens. You can see the places where I cut out the comb. They haven't quite repaired it. They've actually started using it as crossover channels, but they'll fill it in eventually. See, they've started repairing it. And I saw a few bees hatching out. Yeah, there's a little bee hatching out right there. So I didn't hurt them at all. You can see there's some of the drones are hatching out from this frame. But alright. Alright, this is one of the combs I'd like to retire. I mean, look how the edge of this is broke. And it's not very straight. And also I noticed right in here, they're starting a queen cell. You can see that right there. It doesn't look like there's anything inside of it. I'll just keep an eye on that. Yeah, you gotta remember, like, when they've got cracks in the comb like this, to look down in there and might see, because that's where they put queen cells in. Sometimes you can miss them. It's like a couple drones around here. Let's look on the other side here. I think what I'll do is I'll put this comb off to the edge, and hopefully all these bees can hatch out. But once they've all hatched out, I'll go ahead and retire it. Just look back in here. I don't see any more queen cells. So it doesn't look like they're trying to swarm just yet. There's another couple of drones right here. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna set this one down for now, so I can figure out what I want to do with it. Ooh, probably shouldn't set it down on the edge like that. I'll squish bees. Alright, put that there. This is a frame right here that I put in. I put it in here just to take up space. Let's see what's going on here. Alright. Yeah, it looks like they filled it mostly with pollen. Yeah, look at all that pollen. All yellow. I might take this over, put it in another hive if I've got a hive that needs pollen. So I'll just leave this on the edge here. Let's have a look at this frame. Gotta have something to pry them loose. Alright. Alright, yeah. I think I'm going to take this one. There's really nothing in here except some nectar. I think I'll take that and put it into another hive. Just to get another hive started. And I'll show you what I'm going to do here in a minute. Alright, see what I've done is I just put this feeder in here. The idea was to have it as close to the brood chamber and many bees as I could. And I've got it over here towards the outside so that I can access it easily. Yeah, there's a frame of that there. I'm trying to decide whether I should put the another empty comb in right here, or I think what I'm going to do is pull these over. And put it right over here. Anyway, what I'm doing is called checkerboarding. Just to give them more room and help stimulate the brood chamber. And I'm also feeding them plenty of sugar so they can build plenty more wax. Look how white that frame looks compared to the others. This frame's never been used in the hive. Alright, see. Just pull these over. I think I'm going to put this frame in on the very outside edge. So that means I'm going to have to remove one more of these. That's some old black comb anyway. Alright, there's that. If I put this over towards the edge, and the bees will hatch out of it and the queen won't replace them. And as soon as that's all hatched out, I can go ahead and remove it. Alright. I think that works. Let's bring it in here a little closer so they can be a little warmer. Alright, it also gives an air space along the outside there. It's probably not the best thing to do, but it'll work. It's only going to be there for a couple of weeks. I'll replace it with probably 2 more frames. Let's see how many I got in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. So I could put 1 more frame in there. This thing only takes up 1. Now what I'm going to do is give them some sugar. Okay, I'm going to need both hands for this actually. See you. Alright, so there's a gallon of sugar water. They should find that pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and knock the bees off of these frames and put that other box on. Let's actually put a little bit more of a gap there. For some reason that comb don't want to fit very good. Hence why I'm replacing it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this box here on there. And I'll take some of the honey frames out and replace them with these, or I'll do something. Figure out what I haven't figured out yet. Alright, so I went through and I put all the frames that were empty and were brood worker comb. I put them in the center here, because the queen will probably end up coming up into this top box to lay at some point. Now I got the honey frames. I think there's a pollen frame over here also off to the side. So I pushed the honey frames off to the side, and I ended up taking a total of 4 frames out. They're not dark combs, like I was saying. They've got a little bit of honey. They're all it's all worker cells, and I'm going to put these inside of the nukes I'm going to make, so that the new queens will be able to start laying right away into this comb here. Anyway, that's all I was going to do. I might come in here later at some point and bring some of the frames from the bottom up into the top to make her so she lays eggs in both boxes. But right now, this ought to be good. The feeder is down in the bottom box, which will be kind of annoying because I've got to take the top box off in order to access it. So I think next time I come here, I'm gonna, take that and put it up in the top box, put another empty frame down into that, and I'm also at the same time gonna take out that old comb that needs replacing. Alright, so let's put this on, and I think I'm done here for now. Yeah, make sure this is pointing forward to give them a top entrance. Alright, I went ahead and removed those boards that were on the sides. They were put there to help block the wind, but really they've never needed it. All these trees have had plenty of wind blockage, and if you ask me, they kind of looked rather tacky. So now I've gotten rid of them, and the hive's just standing on its own. I think that looks a lot better myself. I think the idea is to move this hive back to the back of the property. I'll probably do that either next week or whenever I think I got the chance. I'm also going to get rid of this pallet. I don't really like pallets. They breed bugs. Good old stump or a nice rock, I think, is the best thing to put it on. And I'm gonna get me a strap or something and invent me a way to hold down the lid of the hive so that nobody can open it up. Right now a big rock is pretty good because they can't knock it over just by throwing small rocks at it. But yeah, the sun's come out and they're starting to forage again. You can see that bee's got some pollen. Let's look at this bottom screened board. See how much stuff's on there. Looks like there's a bunch of pollen. See if I can pull this out. There's some wax by the looks of it. Let's have a look at this. Some cappings. Mostly little bits of pollen and wax, the stuff that's fallen down in the hive. Some little bugs in here. I think those are just because the stuff's been in here. I'm looking for varroa mites. I don't really see any. That's good.